What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Always Compete Seahawks podcast. I am Sam, that is Mike, and today it's a very happy day.
It's a great day.
It's just a very great day. We were kind of panicking about Jamal in our second to most recent video, where we gave a training camp update. We're like, hey, Jamal's not practicing. He hasn't practiced. He might not sign soon. Guess what, baby? Jamal Adams has agreed to a 4-year, $70 million contract. Makes him the highest paid safety in football by a wide margin, by about $2 million. He's going to be paid about $17.5 million annually. I'm sure that it's obviously not $17 million every year. I imagine that it's likely, he'll get paid more in the back half of the deal. But Jamal Adams has signed his contract, locking him up for the next 5 years as a Seahawk.
I have a tear when you just said that. There's a tear going down my
single tear. Let's get into this contract real quick here. Just look, obviously, with the numbers. That's kind of what everybody cares about. Jamal Adams, as I said, the deal is 4 years, $70 million, with a maximum value of $72 million, depending on how well he plays and how well the team performs. Which means that, that's obviously a word for that is obviously incentives.
Yeah, there's incentives. Yeah.
So this is a very, very big deal. And this has really been the one thing looming over the Seahawks. Will they get the deal done with Jamal Adams? Nobody really knew. The answer was obviously yes. Everybody knew the deal was going to happen eventually.
Right.
But nobody knew when and really how much until Adam Jude and Bob Condotta, who got the contract exactly right, down to the guaranteed money, said that the Seahawks I believe this was on last Wednesday or Tuesday or sometime around that. We're recording on the day that he signed, just about a couple hours after. So about a week ago, it came out that they have made their final offer. 4 years, $70 million, $38 million guaranteed. They are not budging. Jamal Adams wants a little bit more guaranteed money. Wanted a little bit more bonus, I think, in additional years.
How the bonus money was spread out. I think they wanted it more spread out and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So we were all like, and then they're like, sides appear dug in. We're gonna wait and see. We got a little nervous because those words "dug in" don't sound very good for progress in a contract getting done. So we were a little worried. We were waiting around, and then obviously today the deal got done. Like I said, Adam Jude and Bob Condotta got the deal exactly right. This comes a day after a report came out that the Seahawks would like to franchise tag him if we can't sign him to a contract.
Yeah,
which was a total leak to get Jamal to sign. It happens
100%.
A lot.
100%.
Last year, I remember it happened with not last year. 2 years ago, it happened with Jadeveon Clowney when Pro Football Talk tweeted the Seahawks and Jadeveon Clowney are currently working out a contract, and obviously they weren't. And that was a leak to get teams calling. Agents and teams do that all the time.
Yeah.
It's not like, whoa, Seahawks are super smart.
They were never gonna franchise tag him.
It's something that a lot of teams do, but it ended up working really well because literally probably 28 hours or something like that after that news came out, Jamal Adams signs his contract. No changes in the original report. He did not get more guaranteed, did not get more bonus, or at least that we know of yet. Maybe the Seahawks added in those last little incentives at the end. Mike, I haven't really given you much of a chance to talk. I'm just kind of getting my thoughts out of this.
No, totally. Go ahead. I'm gonna go on.
What is your perspective of this deal?
First of all, I love it because I love that it's a 4-year deal. There were some people saying, "Oh, might just be a 3, whatever." 4-year deal, adding on to the 1 year remaining that he has left, 5 years, locking up him for 5 years is awesome. Paying him $70 million over those 4 years, that averages out to about $17.5 million a year, which does a couple things It's under the 18 that we had previously talked about, because we said, you know, once you go 18 and up, that's like a little bit, we weren't so comfortable going there. They kept them at 17.5, which is perfect. And that keeps Bobby Wagner as the highest paid defender on the Seahawks, which is another thing that I think is awesome. I really love this deal. I think Jamal wanted to be a Seahawk. Like, let's not pretend like we had to force him to. Jamal wanted to be a Seahawk. Seahawks wanted Jamal to be a Seahawk. So it was just about figuring out the numbers and the guarantees and all that. And, you know, we talked about this a couple of days ago when the Seahawks had made their final offer and, you know, they weren't budging. And we said, like, this is what the Seahawks do. They'll put the final offer. They'll say, take it or leave it. And clearly Jamal took it. And, you know, the report about them wanting to franchise tag him in this year and next year, that wasn't going to happen. That was totally a ploy to, I don't want to say make him nervous, but to kind of make Jamal and his agent want to sign that contract. And I know Jamal wants to get out there. He wants to practice. He's been, by all reports, an enthusiastic spectator. He's itching to get out there, but obviously I understand him not wanting to practice without the new contract. Another thing I love about this is this came before the second preseason game, which means Jamal will have about a month of practice before the first game. Not that he needs a whole lot of practice, obviously, but I want him to get, you know, into the groove of things. I want him to get situated, to, you know, reacclimate everything, to get back in the groove of playing football and all that. I didn't want him being rusty before week 1. I didn't want him to wait, you know, week 5, all that. I just wanted to hold out to end. It's ended. He can practice. He's good to go. And we're set for week 1. I mean, outside of now our issue, we've solved the Jamal Adams problem. We did that brilliantly. Now our issue shifts to Dwayne Brown. And I think Jamal was definitely the priority. And now that the priority has been taken care of, we can now, you know, put our attention. John Schneider can put his attention and put his focus towards Dwayne Brown. And I know Sam's got something to say about Dwayne Brown, so I'm going to give him the floor, but I think Dwayne Brown's definitely the guy to focus on right now.
I would say that Jamal Adams was not necessarily a problem as much as it was a hurdle. It was a hurdle to get over. You know, it was not necessarily something that was ever like an issue, because we always knew that it was going to get done. It was more like, all right, we just have to get it done. It's not like oh, are we going to be able to get it done?
You have to do it. There's no option.
Yeah,
you have to do it.
You know, it's more like, all right, we have to do this. We just have to get over that hill first.
Yeah.
Now the question comes down to Dwayne Brown. And I think that this one is far more of a problem than a hurdle.
Yeah.
I think that this one, because we don't really know what's going to happen, and we don't know what kind of money Dwayne Brown wants. And I think it's much more likely that Dwayne Brown holds out than Jamal Adams holds out. Because I think Jamal Adams was going to play with this team. And Jamal Adams loves it in Seattle. He said it before. And we all know that. Dwayne Brown, I imagine that he likes it in Seattle as well, but he's I don't know if you've ever heard Dwayne Brown mic'd up or seen him mic'd up. He's not afraid of anyone. He believes in himself. He thinks of himself very highly. Just an example, last year there was in the Minnesota Seahawks game, it was mic'd up and Russell Wilson had the mic on. He took a sack, right? He held the ball for a little long, took a sack. Dwayne Brown is out on the sidelines telling Russ he's got to get that ball out faster. Nobody else on the Seahawks is going to tell that to Russ, because Russ is like the guy.
Yeah, he's the
Russ
dude.
is the guy. You know, nobody's going to tell that to Russ. But Dwayne Brown did. Dwayne Brown does not give a single damn. I'll tell you, if Dwayne Brown doesn't get a contract and he gets an offer that is insulting to him, like if the Seahawks offer 13 or whatever to Dwayne Brown, average, you know, he thinks that that's an insulting offer. What if he doesn't play? Which is always a possibility. And if he does not play, we are screwed.
I think that's a good point that you're making here. I'm sorry to cut you off, but not to be mean, but if Jamal Adams didn't play, it would suck. It would absolutely suck. But we have guys who could be quality safety.
Yeah.
You know,
Marquise Blair, Demarius Randall, all those guys.
If we don't have Dwayne Brown playing, I mean, you saw Geno Smith get clotheslined. You got,
Yeah.
Dwayne Brown was watching that, and it's like, and they're like, me and Sam were watching the game. We joked about it. We're like, yeah, they should just sign him like right there. Like as soon as Gino got clotheslined, Dwayne Brown's probably looking at John, and John's like, yep, here's a piece of paper, sign your contract. Just write the number of money you want. He would cause so much of a negative effect, much more of a negative effect if he doesn't play. So that's why I agree with you when you said it's a problem for Dwayne Brown. It is a big problem because without Dwayne Brown, no offense to Stone Forsythe, he's a rookie 6th rounder. No offense, but we're screwed. We are screwed if Dwayne Brown doesn't play. It wouldn't have been ideal if Jamal didn't play, but we would have lived.
Yeah, because we have replacements that can at least play at a average, or even above average level. We have quality backups.
Exactly.
Who plays if Dwayne Brown isn't playing? Jamarco Jones.
Don't even say Jamarco Jones.
Stone Forsythe or Jamarco Jones. Both have proven not to be viable options.
Correct.
And I mean, like everybody talks about the vets that the Seahawks have. Russell Wilson, Bobby Wagner. These are like proven veterans who are leaders of the team.
Mm-hmm.
Wayne Brown is the vet. He's 35, about to be 36, and I think he turns like 36 in like late August. If I'm remembering correctly, he's gonna be 36 soon. He's like as much of a vet as you can get in the NFL.
Yeah.
You gotta wonder the effect that has on the overall team, and the effect that has just on the offensive line, especially.
Yeah.
If Dwayne Brown doesn't play. Yeah. So we really need to prioritize getting a deal done with Dwayne Brown. But for the time being, getting a deal done with Jamal Adams is just fantastic. It's great. Jamal Adams, from what I've heard, will likely practice today. I think he'll practice.
I would imagine he does.
On the clock over there, it's about 4 o'clock Eastern time.
So it's like 2. It's like 2 o'clock their time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about it's 1. It's going to be 1 o'clock their time. I think they practice at my time at about 4:30. So we'll be able to find out if Jamal Adams is practicing very soon. So
I would imagine he does. I would imagine he practices.
Very happy to get that done. It's gonna be dope. I hope I see Jamal speak on the podium. I hope all that goodness happens. But yeah, deal's done. Now it's time to turn our heads onto some other guys. Mike, anything else to add before we kind of head out?
I think the last thing I'll say before I kind of take us out here is I really think John Schneider did a great job here with the Jamal Adams deal.
Yeah. It did a great job. Being stubborn was the best way to go. Yeah. Looking at it now in hindsight, at the time we were like, what is he doing? Just give in to his demands, because we didn't know if Jamal Adams was going to give in or not.
That is kind of the John Schneider way though. We're always like, what are you doing? And then we look back and we're like, oh yeah, no, that was really smart. Great job. Yeah. What are you doing all this? And then
why'd you sign Brandon Shell to be our starting right tackle? What are you doing? He sucked on the Jets, and then he plays kind of well.
Or how about this?
And then we're like,
why would you draft that 3rd round quarterback when we just signed Matt Flynn? Oh wait.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Yeah. Why would you draft an undersized linebacker from a small school in the 2nd round? That doesn't make any sense.
Suck. Bro, yeah. Anyway, thank you, John Schneider. You once again have come in clutch. The Jamal deal was great, and let's focus on Dwayne Brown next. And we'll probably do a whole breakdown video on that soon, because I imagine that's going to be the next story coming out of camp. But that's going to be it for today. We're super, super, super happy that Jamal Adams signed his deal, and we can't wait to see him practice, and he'll be ready for week 1. And let's get Dwayne Brown side. We'll see you guys later. Peace out.